So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about how to prepare for an interview, for a merchant navy interview, sponsorships. So first of all, wait a minute. So let's do this in a more professional way. So the first thing you will need is a good pair of clothing. Interview. So it's a white shirt, and you can get any kind of tie. Like it's a contrast tie. You can use it also. There is no such criteria. So the next thing is uh, your pants, black pant, your lower, black lower, and a belt, and matching socks, black, and matching black shoes. And this is all it. And also close this. The only thing they notice is your performance, your confidence, your ability to contact face to face, contact or communicate. Sorry, my bad. So, so on 24, I have a Seven Island interview. I'm preparing for that. So this video is also a preparation. Yeah, I have made it a 11 pages, I guess, 11 pages of interview questions that they ask frequently. So you understand. The first thing you have to do is whatever your company or sponsorship you are going for, you have to like find every PYQs, find every level of questions that they ask, and if you clear the exam, you will know the pattern also. And I have found the questions that they ask frequently, and yep. So I'm going to tell you what are the questions that Seven Island ask more frequently. So for non-tech, like uh, about yourself. So in this, the questions are usually from tell me about yourself. This is the first question that they may ask, and if they see or notice you are not a good candidate from the starting, like you did not communicate with them properly, so they will not uh, communicate with you properly. So that's why you have to be confident, be calm, okay, and just enter the room, say may I come in, or knock first knock and say sir or ma'am, anyone, may I come in. Then you enter the room, and before uh, touching the chair, you have to ask may I sit. So if they give you permission, you can move the chair and sit down. And then if they ask or say okay, then introduce yourself, then you can start the communication. So this is my introduction. So if they ask me tell me about yourself, I will say sir, my name is Priyanshu, I'm 17 years old, I belong to Delhi. I have completed my schooling from CBSE, scoring 75% in class 10th, and currently awaiting for my class 12th results. I belong to a nuclear family including my father and my sister. My father is a single parent and he's a PGT fine art teacher at GD Goenka School, and my sister is a psychology student. As a person, I like to stay physically fit. I do regular running, calisthenics, and workouts. I am motivated to join Merchant Navy because I want a career where I can go professionally and personally, uh, and also contributing to the global trade. So that's my introduction. Why should we select you over other candidates? Sir, I believe I am a suitable candidate because I have developed discipline and responsibility from an early age, being raised by a single parent. Additionally, my experience as an NCC cadet for 2 years has helped me build qualities like teamwork, leadership, and accountability. I have participated in camps where I learned to adapt different situations and work under pressure. I also maintain good physical fitness and through regular running and workouts, which is essential for life at sea. Overall, I believe my discipline, adaptability, and willingness to learn make me a strong candidate for this profession. So I have to learn this. Life at sea is isolated, stressful, and you will be away from family for months. How will you manage that? This question can vary. Like they can ask you differently. So Sir, I understand the life at sea involves long period away from family, isolation and stressful situations. However, I believe I am mentally prepared for it. My experience as an NCC cadet has helped me already expose me to discipline and controlled environments away from my comfort. I also keep myself physically active through running and workouts, which help me manage stress and stay mentally strong. Additionally, I see this phase as a part of my professional growth, and I am willing to adapt to it with a positive mindset and focus on responsibilities on board. What do you know about our company and the types of ship? This question. What will you do if a senior gives you extra works or shouts at you on board? So the answer is, sir, I understand that on board ship senior may be strict because of the nature of work and safety requirements. If a senior shouts at me or give me extra work, I will firstly stay calm and focus on completing the task or to the best of my ability. I will try to understand if I made a mistake and learn from it. And I believe that extra work is a part of learning, and I will take it as positive. If there is a genuine issue, I would firstly try to communicate respectfully with the senior before scheduling through the proper channels. This is very important question. What are your strengths and weaknesses? So my strengths include adaptability and discipline. Being an NCC cadet, I have worked in different environments and learned to adapt quickly and follow instruction effectively. I also have a strong sense of teamwork and responsibility, which I developed during camps and group activities where coordination is important. As for my weakness, I feel my communication skills can improve further. However, I'm actively working on it by practicing speaking and participating in mock interviews like this. And I have already seen improvement. Okay, I'm like third. So, uh, oh, it's 2 a.m. at night, 20. 20. Tomorrow is my train, guys, and I'm preparing for it today. Let's see how it goes. So, the next question is, do you have any question for us? This is an important one. So, what will you do in this situation? If you say no, it will give a negative impact on the situation or on you. So, you have to say, or you have to particularly think about it, like you have to question something. Don't have to be silent, like, and you can ask anything about their company, about their processes, like their campus, anything. So, yes, sir, I would like to ask, what kind of onboard training and learning opportunity can a deck cadet expect in your country? What the heck? So, yes, sir, I would like to ask, what kind of onboard training and learning opportunity can a deck cadet expect in your company? Sir, what? And the next question that I have prepared. So, sir, what qualities do you expect from a cadet to perform well in your company? Let's move to the technical questions. There are so many technical questions, but I will give you a overview. Like, they can ask anything first of all, but according to PYQs and suggestions, I have made it this. What is the difference between port side and starboard side on the ship? The port side refers to the left side of the ship, and the starboard side refers to the right side of the ship while facing towards the bow of the ship. What is a bow and stern in the ship? So bow is the furthermost curved part of the ship which is designed to cut water efficiently, and the stern is the rear part of the ship, and I don't know what is the use of it. So it's useless. So what is bow and stern? So they can ask what is knot in maritime terms. So 1 knot is 1.852 kilometer per hour. Remember it, it's a very important unit. So sir, a knot is a unit of speed used in maritime which is equals to the 1 nautical per hour. 1 knot is approximately 1.852 kilometer per hour. What is the difference between nautical miles and a normal kilometer? So a nautical miles is a unit used in navigation and is based on circumference of the earth. 1 nautical miles is equals to 1.852 kilometer. It is used in maritime and aviations because it is directly related to latitudes and help in accurate navigation. So 1 nautical mile is equals to 1 minute of latitude. That's why the ship and aircraft use that's why the ship and aircraft use knots instead of kilometer for the efficiency, because it represent 1 knot is equals to 1 latitude of the circumference of the globe. If you don't know any of the answer, you don't have to say, sir, I don't know. You can say, I'm not fully sure, but I think it's related to something. So you can say like this: why are ships made up of steel but still float on the water? This is a nice question. So sir, all those ships are made up of steel but still float on water due to the lower density of ship than the water, and according to Archimedes principle, a body fully or partially submerged into a fluid, it will experience a upward buoyant force which is equals to the water, which is equals to the fluid displaced by it. What will you do if you see a oil leakage in deck? This is a critical question or case-based question. So the answer is, sir, if I observe oil leakage on deck, my first action would be to raise an alarm and immediately inform my senior officers or officers on watch. I will ensure that the area is kept safe by avoiding ignition source and restricting unnecessary movement around the spill, and I will not take any independent action but assist the crew as per the instruction and follow the proper safety guidelines or procedures. And safety and pollution prevention is my first priority on board. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? This is also a case-based question and you can make it your own. Sir, in the next 10 years, I see myself as a officer, ideally a second officer or a progressively towards chief officer in your company. I aim to gain strong practical knowledge in navigation, safety and ship operations and take on more responsibility with experience. I want to grow step by step in this field and build a long-term career in your organization. What is the full form of IMO? International Maritime Organization. And what is the color of port and starboard lights? So on the starboard there is green color and on the port side there is red color. So what will you do if you feel homesickness on board? So I will stay engaged in work activities on board and stay in touch with my family when possible. I understand this is a part of profession and I will adapt. Define buoyancy in one line. Buoyancy is the upward force exerted by fluid on object. One more case-based question that they can ask is, who is more important, a chief officer or a captain? A chief engineer or a captain, and why? So you don't have to arrange them in order. They all have various works. There is no like ये ज़्यादा काम करता है मैं कम काम करता हूँ, nothing. Sir, both are equally important. The captain is overall command of the vessel, and while the chief engineer is responsible for the engine operations, both roles are critical while functioning of the ship. What is the main duty of deck cadet? So the main duty of deck cadet includes to learn new things. It includes assisting in navigation, maintenance work like chipping, painting, mooring operations, and documentation under supervision. Why should we not reject you? Sir, I am disciplined, physically fit, and commit and ah. Sir, I am disciplined, physically fit, and committed to this career, and committed to building a long-term career in this field. I am willing to learn, adapt, and work hard to meet your standards of your company. Basic terms you must know is IMO, International Marine Organization. 1 knot is 1 nautical per hour. 1 nautical miles is equals to 1.852 kilometer. Buoyancy is upward force exerted by fluid on object. Bow is the front of the ship. Stern is the back of the ship. Port light, port left side facing bow, and starboard is right side facing bow, and port is red color light and starboard is green color light. Okay, and masthead light is white. What, I don't know what is it. So ships basic are: ships float due to the buoyancy and lower average density. Tankers carries oils and chemicals. Chain of command: cadet, third officer, second officer, chief officer, and then captain. Safety mindset, golden lines. So these are some masala on your interviews, like safety is my top priority. Safety is my top priority. I will follow proper chain of guidelines. I will follow proper chain of command. I will not take independent risky actions. I will stay calm and act per procedure. You can use safety is my top priority. I will follow the proper chain command. I will not take independent risky action. I will not take an independent risky action. So, or also you can use this: I am committed to a long term career in merchant navy. I am willing to learn and adapt. I understand the challenges of this profession, and I am willing to learn and adapt. Okay. What interviewers expects from you? What interviewer expects from you? What interviewer expects from you? Safety first, follow the chain of command, no independent risky actions, awareness of the hazards, fire on ship pollutions, and etc. Why merchant navy? Challenge, discipline, career, plus responsibility, plus global exposure, plus long-term career growth. And why don't you choose your hobby as a career? Hobbies are supporting me, but I want a responsible and structured profession. And why should we select you? Discipline, single parent, NCC, fitness, adaptability. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths are discipline, teamwork due to NCC. Weaknesses, communication while improving it. Senior shouts: stay calm, learn, respects hierarchy. What you should not do is what you should not do is don't say I think too much, and don't say maybe too much. Don't say I think maybe or guess wrong answers, show confusion. Don't say it. Be confident. Okay, I'm not that prepared, but I am just preparing it face to face. This is a very crucial part of the preparation, and I'm following my rules. Okay. What is the role of IMO? IMO is a UN agency that regulates international shipping, ensuring safety, security, and prevention of maritime pollution. Why do we use nautical miles instead of kilometers at sea? It is based on Earth's latitude, making navigation more accurate. That's the simplest, most accurate answer. What will you do if there is fire on board? First action: I will start a fire alarm or I will raise an alarm and inform the officer on watch. Okay. What is the difference between discipline and hard work? Everyone can do hard work, but discipline can be achieved by regular and consistent behaviors. So consistent hard work leads to a disciplined mindset. How are you ready to stay away from your family 6 to 8 months, and why? I'm ready to stay away from my family because I will grow personally and professionally. It will help me in career boost, and my family also supports me in this career as well, which will also which so I won't feel regret about it, and I'm I will learn many things and meet many culture of peoples, and what is buoyancy? Buoyancy बता चुका मैं. Why do ship floats? What is Archimedes principle? This is a very important question that many of interviewers ask. Is what is Archimedes principle? Archimedes principle is, according to Archimedes principle, whenever an object fully or partially submerged in a fluid like water or gas. So, according to Archimedes principle, whenever there is an object floating. So, according to Archimedes principle, whenever an object fully or partially submerged into a fluid, it will experience an upward buoyant force which is equals to the fluid displaced by the object. What is radar? What is sonar? Radar is a radio detection and navigation, which is used to detect radio waves. Sonar is sound waves and navigation. Sound wave detection and navigation. Determine this. How do ship moves? Propel. How do ship move? Ship move by using their massive propellers, which displace the water from back. Ship use massive propellers. Ship uses massive engines to propel the propeller and move the water from backwards of the ship so that the ship can move forward. What is propeller? Propeller is a rotating device with blades that pushes the water backward to move the ship forward. Pink Oreo. This video had already gone too long, so I guess I'm gonna end this video. So there are so many more questions like what is density, what is Pascal law, what is work, what is power, what is velocity, what is acceleration, what is Newton's first law, what is friction, what is centripetal force. So what is the depth of Kochi port, what are noble metals, which is the busiest port of the India, what is the busiest port in India, what is Suez Canal, what is Panama Canal, where does the Panama Canal, where is Panama Canal, where is the Suez Canal. You can also get the questions from Strait of Gibraltar. You can also get the questions from Strait of Hormuz, where the war is going on, and this is the general knowledge thing. What is port? A place where ships dock, load, unload cargo and passengers. What is the area of prism? What is the volume of prism? What is the area of prism? What is the volume of prism? What is the difference between mass and weight? What is pressure? Why does pressure increase in the water? Why does pressure increase in the depth of water? So these are the questions they may ask. Define Boyle's law. Define Charles' law. Define Charles' law. Why don't you choose Indian Navy? instead of a merchant navy. Sir, I respect Indian Navy and other professions, but I am more inclined towards this merchant navy career because it offers commercial and technical career offers a commercial and technical career with an early responsibility and global exposure. I am particularly interested in ship operation navigation and the work committed to build a long-term career in it. And I choose this profession after understanding its challenges, and I am committed to building a long-term career in it. What is the next Olympics? What is oceans of the world? Name the oceans of the world. What is the largest ocean? Pacific Ocean. Seas around India is Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, West, East, South. What are tides? Tides are regular rise and fall of sea level. How does tide forms? Due to the gravitational pull from the moon and the sun on the Earth's water. What is waves? Waves are the movement of water on the surface of sea, mainly caused due to the wind. So I guess I'm going to end this video here, and I will be putting I will add the PDF link to the video in the description, and you don't copy it, you can use it as to make your own. You can use the questions, the technical questions, and non-technical also, like, but don't use the fully thing, it won't make you a hero like me. So I know it's not that good, but practice makes a man perfect. I will practice more. I'm not that prepared, but I will prepare all night. Haha. Thanks for the computer. So, and also I will suggest you a thing, like, talk to yourself. Yep, I'm not also a confident person, but yep, at 3 o'clock with this bhutiya sakal in my back, but I'm still alone and talking to myself. This is how you will become confident person. Like, even if you don't know English much, so you just say whatever you want to say. Somehow it will build something which will be useful somehow. Like, it will build confidence. You can talk to yourself, then you can talk to other people also. Just do mock test, mock interviews, do anything, practice more. I'm just giving too much advices, I guess. I just need to end this video. May I go? Thanks. Bye. Follow, subscribe, like.